Okay, there it is. Hello and welcome. The September Balance Council results are out. We were actually in the middle of our weekly tournament number 105 when suddenly it ended. And here we are. So we're going to take a look at the Balance Council changes and see what the Clown Council has done. First off, Temple of Military got re-nerfed back to 17. Renfrey got a provision nerf. I think this was from like the Lirio Shinmiri Council. Golden Necker. Oh my god. Golden Necker is now 14 provisions. Tainted Ale also nerfed to 14. Jesus. Bakala got nerfed. People really don't like artifacts. Calvi also got nerfed. People really don't like Calvi. It's now 12 provisions. Sphero also nerfed. 12 provisions. Mutagen, I think this is another Lirio nerf. So you can't play Golden Necker Mutagen anymore. Not that you would anymore. Jotun got nerfed. What? 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 Oh my god. And Cohen got nerfed. Okay. Okay. Muto is 6 provisions on release, yeah. Fuck your Shreks. People aren't even playing this right now. I can't. It's like Papegas lose a lot of points all of a sudden, and they're like, that card did some stuff. It made my lead go away. My mid-range deck lost to some clever synergy. Better nerf it. Yes, Sacreblue. What I'll do is I'll make a Discord group with you, Miamon, and Swarling. Swarling says I'm willing to share the prize. Yo, Swarling. Can you guys DM me on Discord, please? So like we're just DM me on Discord, and we'll organize a time. Thank you. Because I wanted to just do it tomorrow, same time, but Miamon can't do tomorrow. So I'll just propose sometimes, like the 3 of you, whatever works for all 3. We'll set up a conclusion. We'll finish it. Nerf is kind of, it really is. Like, it's like, what? Like, what? Like, where did this come from? I mean, this is also probably unnecessary. But whatever. I mean, this is just, at this point, it's a joke. I will never understand people's hatred of these 2 cards. Like, to me, they're just a deck type. Welcome in, Sam. You've been playing some Resident Evil. Nice. We got some provision nerfs. Okay, so Temple nerf is fine. I don't really care. Renfrey nerf, I don't think it was needed. I just don't. I think it's been nerfed 16 million times. Like, it didn't need another nerf. Golden Necker, I also don't think needed a nerf at all. But whatever. Tainted Ale, I also didn't think. I think at 13 it was fine. It's kind of expensive. And it's not like Alchemy's a problem either. I don't think this needed a nerf. I don't think this needed a nerf. I also don't think Shearer needed another nerf, but a lot of people seem to think so. I don't think I ever even see Mutagen on ladder. Ever, but it's like, what I don't like about this is that it disables the Golden Necker Mutagen deck. And I like there being different deck types people can build. The problem with mutagen is like in some situations it plays for 1,000,000 carryover, and in some situations it just like gets heat waved, and then you're just sad. It has been meta this season, but nothing changed. It's the same card it's been for the last 6 months. Somebody just made a good deck that uses it, and then it like people have been playing it. %30% of your games was against Muta? Roche. Yeah! So revert the Roche change! The problem is Roche! Roche is a 9 provision golden decker that you can play in the Muta generator deck, and it's fine. And people buff it, and then this happens, and instead of reverting the stupid ass change they did, they just nerfed the other card. This is like CDPR level logic, I swear. It was 1 for 10. We were fine with it. It is what it is. Godfrey is not about simple solutions. Yeah. Thank you, Swarling. Appreciate it. I see messages from Swarling, and I see Sacra Blue as well. I will add you to you and Sacra Limon. Yeah, thanks, Warling. Well, I'm sorry about the scheduling issue. We'll sort it out. There's prize money on the line. I'll make sure it's set up right. Unfortunately, some of your decks might need to be updated, and I don't know how we're gonna do that. Especially because one game was already in progress. The Sacra Blue Miamon game. It is what it is. You gonna do it in an hour? Yeah, let me know when you're gonna go live. I'll raid you, I think. But let's talk about provisions decreased tier. Here got buff. I guess it got nerfed to 15, and that nerf is being reverted. I think that's fine because I don't think people have been playing Warriors. Looks decent. Nothing too brain dead. I mean, I feel like some of these changes are silly. Kelly buff is also from Shin Miri Lirio Council. Coalition, whatever. Ragnarok got a buff. It's now 12 provisions. That's interesting. But most Ragnarok decks, like my Ragnarok deck had Hive Mind, which got nerfed to like 12p or something. So this doesn't really make up for it. The Cleaver revert is good. Should never have been nerfed in the first place. Cleaver could go back to 11. I think Cleaver should be like 2 power. And either 10 or 11 provisions, and Muscle should go back to 5 power. Like Uma got buffed to 9p. That's good. Ornate Sensor it will have to go to 8 before it's playable. I don't think anyone's gonna be playing Ornate Sensor even at 9p, because Curse of Corruption is still way better. Everybody loves Uma, I guess. Uma creates a gold. Uma's actually decent. It's not a bad card because it's guaranteed. It gives you like 3 or 5 golds to pick from, and it can get you some really good cards. Because it's not just epics; it can also be legendaries. And Uma and Golden Necker is great. Is a fun idea, except we keep nerfing like a fun deck building type. Cleaver buff? No, Cleaver is not the problem. Cleaver's Muscle. I assume that's what you mean. Clipper's muscle being 7 was stupid. And it got reverted to 6. It should... I would be fine with it going to 5, honestly. I never thought muscle needed to be buffed, but whatever. Sabrina's Inferno. Okay, this is at 7p? This is like offering to the C level of card. Which offering is now 6, right? Yeah, offering's also been buffed to 6. I'm fine with this because it's a card that requires setup. It's not a brain dead card. So I think this is fine. It'll be cool to see if people can use it. The problem is Revenants are cancer. And so is Princess Ada. Like I hate that card immunity nonsense. But at least it's not brain dead. Dragon's Dream is looking like, am I a joke to you? Well, I mean, that card could also get buffed. Sam, with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate it. Grats to
I'm not a judge or jury.
Pinman Trek, Bebe Bjorn, Peppa Smile.
He won't sell
Peppa
anybody
Smile.
out
Really?
to buy his future.
Camel Reddick, Landyman,
And
Pyramid
that, my
Tomato
friends,
Head,
is
Certainly
called
No Tamini,
integrity.
Popsy Bald, and
Pepe
Trinity.
_smile sub hype.
Happy 100. Thank you, Sam. What an epic end we had to our tournament, by the way. Just get nerfed by the council. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. We got Day's been incredible. We got Ouija, we got a new tier 3 sub. We got Mirak gifted a bunch. Nihara-shan gave out a bunch. Ouija did Ouija things all over the stream. Skellige Ranger. Thank you guys so much. And Sam now. Yeah, Kelly 1 provision buff isn't going to make a difference. I mean, it's something. It's not enough to make it like, oh my god, whatever. Top 4? No, only 3 actually. It's Swirling finished the semifinal already. So Swirling is in the final, and then Miyamon and Sacra Blue have to play 1 game to decide who gets to face Swirling. Exclamation tourney if you want to see the bracket. I love Bears. Yo, Bears, what do you think, man? How do you feel right now? Are you feeling Shadowverse, basically? You didn't even play much this season, and your shit's still getting nerfed, man. You ruined Gwent by playing and making decks and winning games, I guess. Capco's NG is so toxic I can smell it through my monitor. Oh, Tainted Ale. Oh, I don't care. Nerf this as much as you want. I don't care. Nerf it to like 65 provisions for all I care. Thank you for the bits I raised. Appreciate it. Oh, it's Tainted. I keep thinking it was the other one. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's a death card, but... Temple 17 provisions, yep. Stevie Dub, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. Everything is fine. Wrong ale. Right. So Riptide power nerf got reverted. What? Man, even I've been okay with it being at 9. Hold on, sorry. Let's go back. We're gonna do them in order. This is Doedric, got a provision buff to 7 provisions. It's a 1 provision buff for Albridge. And maybe someday Syndicate might even consider playing it at 7 provisions. Probably not. But like, Syndicate also has agents. I know you guys don't know, they've never seen this played in Syndicate, but this is actually a Syndicate hybrid card. Syndicate or Nilfgaard, and then there's Courier. There's a few agents in Syndicate. You could play this with Zeal, but like you could use this to fix your KOB. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, in general, I've come around to ping pongs because, like, after so many balance councils, like, some categories don't need more changes. Like, so just wasting it on a ping pong is also fine. They really like screwed us with 6 power changes. Like, that only affect units, you know? And we can't... Every season, we gotta find 3 cards to power nerf and 3 cards to power buff. It's not good. So having some of those just go both ways, like just go back and forth, is, I guess, okay. Kalvit Bakala nerf. Yeah. Mitchell Moss supposed to be like Riptide? Yeah. Welcome, Ruarak. I mean, Riptide's a control card early in the round, and it's not a control card after that, right? It's mostly like powerful on red card when your opponent opens with an engine and gives it TA or Crystal Skull, and then you Riptide it. And it, like, your opponent has to play around it most of the game. In certain matchups, it's good even a few cards in. But in some matchups, it's just garbage and plays for 9 or 10 points, right? I'm just kind of surprised it got reverted. But Open Sesame... Wait, what? Open Sesame got buffed. Armored Arakas got buffed. I think this is also another Lirio Shinmiri change. So this is a card that's like literally garbage and no one plays it in any deck ever. Hey King, we just started. We're about like, I don't know, a third of the way through, I guess. This was Doran and Lirio. So the only like significance of this is now you can pull it with Penitent. If you pull it with
King
Penitent...
Dodango.
King, thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it. 11 months. Thank you for the prime. If you pull it with Penitent, it won't lock itself. And after 3 turns, if you filled up the whole row, there's still a lot of ifs. And also, like, how are you consuming a Penitent in an Arakas deck? You have to have a Kikimor on the board, right, to consume it. But there might be some, like, Golden Necker decks. What, Golden Neck got nerfed? But, like, there's something... This is, like, no longer completely garbage. Now it's, like... Now it's a funny card. Some Golden Necker Death Wish list? But yeah, there is no Golden Necker Death Wish list, right? Like, because Death Wish without Dagon and Brewis is just bad. Like, I've tried. And Golden Necker keeps getting nerfed, so it's not like you even have... Like, it's 14 provisions now. It's hard to make interesting Golden Necker decks. But the problematic ones will just be... will still be just as problematic, because Golden Necker isn't by itself a strong anything. It's like... It's just a deck type. You can have polarized decks, you can have singleton decks, you can have Golden Necker decks. But if you keep sapping it of provisions, then Golden Necker decks will just be like, oh, this is a Bounty Blood Money deck, or this is a triple Golden Necker deck for like Nilfgaard or something, and that's it. But anyway, this was interesting to me. Open Sesame back to 5 provisions. So it got over nerfed last season, and now it's getting over buffed this season. Whatever. Because like Cleaver is back too, and which is not that big a deal. But pulling the strings is still 5p. So I don't know, man. Power increased. Dandelion Poet got a power increase. Dandelion Poet's a card that was pretty much like in recent times. I've only seen it played in cultists. And it was 4 power, now it's 5. I think that's fine. For 11 provisions. It's play a card, draw a card. I think it's fine. Heck, like, it makes it more playable in, say, Kashi, I guess. Because of Thrive. Maybe some, I don't know what else would play Dandelion. Lord Riptide got a power buff back to 10 provisions. Or sorry, back to 10 power. And it's still 9 provisions. So, just when you're against monsters, you're just going to have to assume it's in their deck. And yes, it will be in every monster deck. And no, to me, that's not an issue that needs to be solved. If you think the card is too good for 9 provisions, you nerf it by 1 power. That's it. It's still poorly designed because swarm decks should not go this tall, and other types of decks will struggle to serve. Oh yeah, Patsy, the Armored Aracas is such a dumb, was one of the worst reworks of all time, right? This was such a stupid rework because the old version would apply a bleed equal to the base power of the target, and it was actually a playable card. They took a card that was like niche but playable and made it into a card that no one has ever played for any reason whatsoever. And like, those reworks made me mad. I didn't get mad when they like didn't do a thing, but if you actively sat down, took the entirety of the brain trust of the balance team and the card design team, and like you have access to the whole community to ask them, hey, is this a brain dead, stupid ass, dumb shit idea? And literally all of us would have told you, yes, it's a brain dead, dumbass, dumb shit idea. And then CDPR would go and do it anyway. But they did. They did. Like, I don't... This is one of those things that, like, even the Pepegos, the vote, and the Balance Council could have told them, no, that's dumb. So. It's like... I don't know how this rework happens, but it did. Since it happened, making it pullable by Penitent is the only way to make it ever appear. So it's a cute change. Pulling the strings being guaranteed. So Open Sesame going back down to 5 is a slight nerf to pulling the strings, I guess. Because then it's less likely that, like, you're not guaranteed pulling the strings from Shady Vendor. It was the last year of development. It was the brain power one guy in an outhouse somewhere. I feel like ChatGPT would have done a better job than some of the changes we got in the.
Fuck you, native garbage.
Thank you, regular. Anyway, Visigoda. This is another Shinlirio change, I think. Or no, maybe this is a Ophiri Council change. +1 power. Problem is, this will be played in Shield Wall, and it will go to 6. I guess it's fine. Card has like setup and counterplay so I'm okay with that. Povko. Another buff for Povko? Is this the Scoia'tael card? I like Nilfgaard the best. Yeah, this card is, because it has Harmony. It has had Harmony since the rework. I play it in decks where I can fit it. But now it got buffed again. It's like if Nithrol was also a 1 point a turn engine. Around, because this is basically the 3 points a turn engine right now. Right? Assuming... By the way, this is not a devotion card. It just means like you can't have neutral cards, neutral units on the board. You can still play neutral specials and stuff and get 2 points a turn out of this. It's still roll locked, right? And its order doesn't have zeal. So if you play this and they Doragary it, it didn't do anything. But like, you know, it's set up in counterplay. Like, I don't mind cards like this as much. But I also don't know that it needed a buff. I think it was fine. I think I would rather cards like this have gotten a provision buff than a power buff. Like, I think it would have been better if it was 7 provisions and 5 power. Greater Brother's getting a buff. This is a card that like sees 0 play. There's some meme decks that can use it. But it's still like... So like, what did Lemon do with this? He played the card that swaps armor with power, right? Actively taking away a spot in BC. But I think, like, as I said earlier, Atmo, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Because, like, it's a power spot. Power changes are done. We don't have any more good power changes to make. It's better that we have those spots go ping pong, like Sergeant and Riptide, than it would be to, like, buff Seagull or something. Or buff Sentinels. Somebody wanted to buff Sentinels. Can pay tribute from Apothecary? Yeah, because Apothecary can heal it, right? Does Apothecary heal it completely or what? Apothecary is a full heal, so Apothecary with this would be cute. Again, this is another power buff that's like... It's there because we're out of power buffs. Because, like, this card would be... Like, if you wanted to promote this card, you would buff it by provision. But, I mean, it's Council. It is what it is. Secret Service getting a power buff? Always easy to remove? I mean, yeah, but it's not going to have low armor if you're apothecarying it. But it's a niche meme card. Like, it's still, like, it's hard to pull off. Redanian Secret Service is getting a power buff because people stop playing it at 7 provisions. It's hard. These like 6, 7, 8 provision area is kind of hard because not as much about the cards themselves as about the fact that they prevent you from playing some other cards that you want to play. But like I don't know that this was garbage at 1-7. It just wasn't played because A, people were used to it being 1-6. And B, like, there's some other NR cards that you wanted to play that, like, playing this meant you couldn't. 6p is the max it's worth playing? I don't agree with that. I thought it was a busted, broken card at 6p. And a 6p Knickers that purifies? That you control when it comes out? And counters the counter. Like, if you have if I have a Dandelion with a shield on it, the counter to that is locking it. But if you lock it, this pops out and your opponent thins. Like, if you had a way to kill it as soon as it popped out, you were fine. If you didn't, you weren't. Now you need a way to do 2 damage when it pops out. Like, I just don't like locking a card to give your opponent a Knickers that purifies. Like, that just... This is toxic design. It checks too many boxes. It's a thinning card that also purifies. Like... Another deck, BC with nerf to Shiru deck. Yeah, well, this is the thing. When you have a voting system like the one they do, whatever people play against and don't understand or don't... Like, people are less likely to nerf a deck that gradually gets points than one that gets a lot of points in one turn. Because they thought they were winning and then they weren't. And like, that is jarring, and that creates an emotional reaction, and they associate the last card they saw with the pain that they just experienced. This is why you don't do balance councils like this. It's just, it is what happens. I pointed out the sheer nerf on Reddit, some clown insulted me. Back to only playing self-food. Yep. Your second deck is is gone. So Seagull is now 2 power. It's 6 provisions, but the Omega Lows are back. This is still 14 points. Guys, like they just really wanted it to be 2 power, and so they got it to be... Hey, Callian, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
You need people like me.
Nerf this fucking card, man.
I mean, whatever. At this point, I don't even care. Like, I don't even care.
What the fuck what do you mean? How? How have you... Oh, man. You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Ruining
Hey,
the fun
welcome
for the
in,
next
welcome
man.
in. Leon, are you... You said just got back to making VC and got through 12 of 12 VC slots? Wait, really? You sent the how to balance council? Because it's YouTube, man. Because you only need 50 wins. You don't need... Yagul, it's with 5 gifted subs. Congrats to Ice Feet, Rusty Cold, Darth Morat, Atmo, and Kepco.
I'm not a judge or jury, but I can tell you this.
Wait, where's his
He
balance
won't
council?
sell anybody out to buy his future. And that, my friends, is called integrity.
At Mo Sub Hype.
This is 4 days ago. Where's his balance council? Oh, it's Ophiri. That's not... It's the Ophiri Council. They're a big community. It's not the... Like, they just, you know... Yeah, because they shared their stuff in Discord with me earlier. I'm sad that Cockatrice didn't go through. The other ones: Keltalis, Doedric, Armadoracus, Mutagen, Bacala, Renfree. This is the Ophiri list. Come on. The Venfrilla. It's Lyria's list. Oh, Cockatrice did go through. Cockatrice and Forktail both went through. Here's a fortune teller.
Fuck you, Nirufu garbage.
Concoction? Yeah, but at least you can poison a 6 now. Some 6s are worth killing. Dragonoid. See, I got through my Popco Gale plus Power Slot, Ragnarok minus provisions. Gotcha, Leon. Generational Miamon moment. When did we add this new emote? I didn't even notice. Low. Fortune Teller, I think this is a good change. This is a cute card. And with all the inflation in bronzes, like it needed a buff. It's not as straightforward as Squirrel or Peller. It's a little more nuanced and situational, so I think it's fine. This is like 5 minutes ago, I see. Forktail is cool too because like this card can play for negative points. So it might be good in a Kelly deck, I don't know. To get rid of some ones. Or like a deck to play against swarms, or maybe to help your, like, you could play it with a Vran Warrior deck or with a Glusty deck kind of thing. I don't know. It's an interesting change. There's a few interesting changes here. Worked it played in V back in the day? It wouldn't surprise me. Lauren Doran got another power nerf. Why? Okay, I guess. Forktail as a Diplo for NG, yeah. Why is the Laura change good? The legendary Forktail Monsters Ornate Sensor list? You know, you could play a Golden Necker Ornate Sensor list with like where like a Arrakis Ornate Sensor Vran Warrior kind of list, right? Like you Forktail, it destroys all your swarm, but your Vran Warrior gets the points back, and then you censor for all those points. NL Conquerors? Leon? It's 8 now, isn't it? Phantom? Phantom is 7 provisions, 4 power. That card could use a provision buff. I think at 6 provisions, like, you might see it played in other monster decks. Oh, yeah, for Phantom? I guess that makes sense for Phantom, but... There might be some stuff there, yeah. That's kind of cute. Okay. This is a good revert. This should never have been buffed to 7 powers. Was a silly buff. But now can we get Ruin back to 5? So we can play Ruin? Living Armor, this is just a non-change change. I mean, yeah, now that Laura is like 4 forever, making it 3 is also fine. It just kind of ruins the Karanthier Kashi Laura combo that I liked. But it was always a theoretical combo. Ivar? Yeah, this is one of those like, I'm doing a buff instead of a nerf. I'm putting a buff in the nerf slot because it's a disloyal card, or like in this case it's like, you know, I'm doing 1 vote, but it's actually like 2 points for 1 point because like I'm a genius, because Because like I'm playing Ivar and it's like 1 point more drain from opponent. See, because I'm smart. That's basically what it is. Just a bunch of like Redditors, you know. I don't know. Iris von Everett. Wait, why? Oh my god. This is the card that people put in the graveyard. You're just lowering its floor for no reason. It's 9. Like, people just hate this card. People. Skellige Renfrey decks were using Darren to put this in the graveyard, right? I guess it's as a filler nerf, it's okay. I just miss when I could play that combo in my Kashi deck to make it like completely consistent, and then like they just keep getting nerfed, and then this like it would be cool if you could just play this card and then Cyclops it or consume it or whatever. But no, you just play Darren and put it in the graveyard, and that's it. That's the only way this card can be played now. Nobody else gets to play this neutral card. Because we keep nerfing neutral cards over one faction or one specific deck being problematic. Renfrey, like Witcher Trio, Triss Meteor Shower is a problem. Nerf Iris, the neutral card, right? Like Golden Necker Bounty is a problem. Nerf Golden Necker, the neutral card. Nerf Renfrey, the neutral card. As someone who likes to build decks that like create new things, every time you nerf these like common cards, these neutral cards that enable interesting things to happen instead of the strong meta deck specific cards, you nerf all the possibilities that you can't see. And then you complain about why all of ladder is like 3 decks. But good luck trying to explain that to people. There's Fearless lost a power. Yeah, this was a bad change. I don't like this change. Because Theris requires synergy from other cards on the board. The counter to it is to deal with those other cards. Plus, it was 4 power. If you can't remove 4 power, like what? No one was playing this for the tempo. Or whatever, man. Whatever card is commonly played in a season tends to get one of these nerfs. What did I vote for? I didn't vote, Taika. I didn't vote because I didn't play 50 games this season. This was like my June suggestions. I had like Cockatrice. I had Riptide -1 power. I had Ermion -1 power. Flaminico -power. I had Self-Eater Provision increase to 6p. Shackles, Secret Service. Some of these changes already happened. But these were like, the last time I published suggestions, it was this. What? You are why the patch is bad, your vote could matter? I don't think my vote could matter. Let's take a look at the... So this is the data on what got the most votes. Okay? The Meta Generator actually was the #1 most voted for nerf, along with Temple. Was there a lot of Temple Muta on the ladder this season? Did like Gabane come back and make a video or something? I see. And did they all play Roche? Or Coldnecker 10th place? Yeah, this was just a casual nerf. This isn't really... I don't think I saw a coalition advocate for Golden Necker nerf. Meta Priestess and Golden Necker Meta Abuse were both popular? I see. Mobilization Golden Necker Meta. Tier list link for this BC, please. There's usually somebody who shares a tier list maker, but I don't think I'll be doing one. I didn't play enough this season to be super invested. The Tainted Ale is just used in an abuse list, and so it's just a filler nerf. Cohen surprised me. I don't know where that came from, but Armored Aracus, Forktail, Ivar, Stairs. These are like the low ranking votes. Sergeant -1 power was like pretty high up there. Self Eater -1 power. That's unfortunate because it was so much better to make it 6/6 in my opinion. Because no one was playing it even at 5/5. This is a missed opportunity. I should have just gone to 6/6. But people saw it, people just nerfed it. And power is so much easier than provision because there's less competition for power changes. Oh man, Secret Service power plus was high number. Was there a coalition that advocated for this? Feel sad for Ea. It was a good card to turn off a sim, for example. Yeah, I mean, the idea of Ale was great. They just needed to change Heimei Protectors to not proc more than like twice a turn or something. And then it would have been fine. But CDPR had already left by then, and they fixed like one abuse of it, but not the other abuse. So people don't like losing to cheese. Sergeant -1 was so high because the Seagull Coalition wanted to buff it to 5p. I see. It's degenerating into like it's getting into Lord of the Flies territory. CDPR needs to come back and do a Balance Council 2.0 based on what they've learned from like what we've learned from this. Like GWENT still makes money. People still buy from the store. That make Pirate not get unlimited armor? Yeah. That's also there's things they could do, obviously. The Bad Seagull Coalition? No. The system is like eating itself because 6 power changes and 6 provision changes is not long-term sustainable. It's just not the right way to balance the game. Shinmiri made a post on Reddit about Seagull idea to make Nausicaa 5 and agitate to vote for Nausicaa -5. I see. Yeah, Shin seems to be very motivated by like stopping the Fun Coalition from doing what he thinks is damaging to the game. Like he's very concerned about preempting. It's like, bro, the boat has like 5 holes in it. And if you plug 3 holes, there's still 2 holes and it's still gonna sink. Like, why don't we instead like flip the boat upside down and turn it into an umbrella or something? I don't know. But like, you know what I mean? Just making things slightly less bad is still making them bad. Like it's still, I don't know. Again, the system is bad. CDPR needed to make a 2-set voting system. Series 1, we suggest ideas, and then everybody votes yes or no on every change. So like everybody would say yes or no on a mutagen. Yes or no. Like that's the vote I want. I just want yes or no vote on every change. And if more than half the community wants Renfrey to be nerfed by 1 provision, then it should be nerfed. Why can't we do that on a per card basis? Like, why do we just vote into the ether blindly? People who aren't even in pro rank, people who just played 50 games, like it's a 2-tier voting system is like was so obvious as soon as they proposed it. Like after one season, I was like, oh, this is how it should be. Everybody like vote, like you vote right now, like you nominate whatever changes you want, and then everybody gets to say yes or no to each change. And every change that has more than X% community support gets implemented. If that's 50%, that's fine. Like OSRS does this. Other games have community balance, but what they don't do is have everybody put their suggestions in a box, and whichever number of suggestions happen to have been most frequently written all get implemented together all at once automatically and with no no consideration whatsoever to like what they mean. As it is right now, if let's say Assimilate's OP, you may decide to nerf Brothens, I may decide to nerf Artaud, somebody else might decide to nerf Stefan. All three nerfs will go through because I don't know what you're voting on and you don't know what I'm voting on, and like it's just so bad. So like I've talked about this since the beginning. I made PowerPoints about how we should vote and whatever. They announced Gwenfinity like a year in advance. They said they would come up with a system for the community to balance and they would get our feedback. And then they didn't do it in time. And then they released it with 2 months to go. And they were like, what do you think? We're like, well, these are the things that we think. And they're like, we can do none of that. The only thing we can do is just change the total number of changes that go live. That is the only number in this system with like 3 votes per category and this many votes and this many stars and literally, and we're like, well, can you make it so only like 5 nerfs go through and 10 buffs? They were like, no, it's 4, like you give us a number, we'll divide it by 4 and that's how many, like they hard-coded it into complete inconfigurability. And this is before they left. So like, I don't even know how to talk to these people. It's like, these people should not, like, I would not let anyone involved in this design or implementation near any like piece of, I don't care if that software is like just designed to turn on a light or just make a fun noise. Like I just would not trust these people with like it offends me to at my core. Like I don't know how you do that. And then you're like, what's your feedback? Oh, we can't change anything because we hard-coded all of this except for one number, which is like, what? Yes, Unblazon. I agree. That's pretty much it. Like, Gold Liquor has its own built-in balancing system, which is that it has a negative downside. Like you can't play, but it is what it is. Okay, what do I like in this patch? We're gonna put, can we do a happy face? Oh, I can't keep doing it. Can I control? No, I can't paste either. Oh well. I wanted to do a quick thing, but here, I'll just draw with a pencil. Okay. Meh. 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 That's a bad change. That's a bad change. I think that's a bad change. I think sheer decks were interesting, had counterplay, and weren't brain dead. I don't think Bacala was too strong. I think that's a bad change. I think that's a bad change. This is a good change. This one's controversial. I think it's a good change. I think this is a good change. This is a good change. No one was playing this. This is a good change. This is a good change. Good change. Good change. Good change. Good change. Like, all the provision buffs are good. Dandelion Poet, also good. Secret Service? I don't think so. Pocket is a good change. Popco Gale? I'm undecided, honestly. Same with Riptide. Seagull? Fuck it. It's not a good change, but like, it's a fun change. Greater is fine. Good. 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 I think this is a bad change because I think it should have been provisions. It's the wrong change. Okay? This is always a good change. Sergeant should be 9. This is a good change. Slice the Doctor's losing a power? No, it should have just lost the provision. I don't know, like, it was fine at 5p. This is fine because it is what it is. Iris, I get why people do these. It's like a non-change. Laura Doran, okay, cute. Traveling Priestess, nerfed again. Like, I don't have a strong opinion about it. This is a bad change. This is a bad change. So, if you look at it, there's like 10 good changes here. And like 7 good changes here. But like, the provision nerfs, a lot of them are bad. And the power nerfs are about half of them are bad. Or like only half are good. Do you see the problem? Like having 10 of each of these categories in a game with 1,600 cards or only 300 were competitive or whatever. Like, it's a bad system to have the same number of nerfs as buffs. And nerfs are usually like what you lost to. People aren't qualified to like vote for nerfs. So the bar for these should be higher. There should be less of these, and there should be stuff that everybody agrees. Because you play one deck and you lose to like 5 different things, and like you're more likely to hate the thing you don't understand and vote to nerf it. Whereas no one votes to buff a thing unless they understand it, right? You don't say, "Oh, buff this card I've never heard of or don't understand or would never play." Like, just by choosing to say I want to buff this card, you have some understanding of it, of how you would play it, or why you would want to buff it because then you can play it. So, like, immediately upon release, it became apparent. I would argue it was apparent beforehand that equal nerfs and buffs was wrong. We needed more buffs than nerfs, and also that people were going to emotionally react when it came to nerfs. And they do, and they have. And that's literally like the situation. And that's how I feel about the Balance Council. Is a blood pressure check one possible? The Council of Hueys. Yes, the Council of Hueys. Exactly. It's like, it's not any, like, I'm not mad at the voters anymore, right? It's the system. It's a predictable outcome. So here's what we're gonna do, okay? Instead of worrying about the Balance Council, we're gonna watch the trailer for a TV show called Twisted Metal. Anybody play Twisted Metal on the PlayStation? With the Rob Zombie soundtrack? That was one of my favorite games as a kid. Like, me and my brother played so much Twisted Metal on the PlayStation. It's so good. And it has, watching this trailer has the added benefit of helping me out. It's 2 minutes. Sit your asses down. If you like my content, if you want to help me out, if you want to see more content like this, Just chill for 2 minutes. Watch this goddamn trailer. Let's see what it is about. Is it quiet? Oh my god, it is. It is basically Twisted Middle game. Wait, I know her. Who is she? Oh, she's Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, commenter 47 gets it. I always liked her. She's one of my favorite characters. And that was one of the superheroes from The Boys is in this. That guy. Right? Isn't that who he is? Wait, this has already this is season 2? I did not watch season 1. Anybody watch it? How was it? Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. Yeah. Okay. So who do we this was this was my car. So they've already had a whole season of this? Anybody watch it? How is it? Is it good? Oh, it's on Peacock. Our most recent follow is Zivov. Thank you for the follow. Is it a reference I'm not getting? Hey, Centurion Lion. This is my Balance Council overview. Snape. Did I do the bounty correctly? I think I did it. No, I didn't do it. How do I end the bounty? Oh, we got to talk about it for 5 minutes. Okay. Well, let's watch it one more time then. It's actually based on the PlayStation game. And if you guys watch Cobra Kai, it's by the people who made that show. The same writer, Michael Jonathan Smith. And there's some Deadpool people also, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. They did Deadpool and Zombieland. So Anthony Mackie, Stephanie Beatriz from Encanto, Will Arnett from... Wait, Will Arnett is in this. Axel, Mr. Grimm, Dollface, Vermin are new characters, I guess. John Doe, Quiet, Sweet Tooth, Calypso. Cool. So I think it's worth watching at least like one episode. But where do you get like... I'm not gonna... I guess you can get Peacock through like Amazon or something else you already have, like Apple TV. Which lady? Laterback? Why don't they give me like a 5-minute trailer if they want me to talk about it for 5 minutes? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yeah. Her? She's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They get a better shot. BoJack the Horseman. Yeah, BoJack is really good, and also like very serious, sad sometimes. Like I'm glad I watched it. I don't know that I want to put it on and watch it again, but so this is my review of the council. I see the one without playing the games. The games aren't like story driven. There's cars, and the cars are like you just run into each other and they have weapons. Like this isn't like The Last of Us or something crazy where like having watched matters or whatever. Like it's literally just like if you watch this trailer, you already have an idea. Exact same thing as the game. Like it's a destruction derby. A bunch of cars that like there's different cars and all the cars are in an arena and you run around killing each other. Think like Rocket League where instead of trying to score a goal, you're trying to blow up the other cars. What are we cooking with the new balance? I think maybe there's like an armored Arrakis swarm golden necker deck with like fork tails or something. Relics are gone. Maybe there's the Laura Doran list. Cleaver's back on the menu.
You need
Cleaver
people
Sesame
like
list just
me.
got 3 provisions. Silence Yops, thank you for the follow. Is that better? One was loud. Sorry. Oh, I lowered my mic instead of the music volume. If you want to see the balance council, here you go. And then if you want to know my thoughts on it, here you go. I'm gonna go get some food, and then I think I'm gonna play some Red Dead Redemption or something. I also need to figure out what time Miamon can play, and coordinate with Swarling and Sacre Bleu on when we can finish out the tournament. So, if you want to see some Red Dead Redemption, hang out. Otherwise, you know where the Gwent category is. I'm sure you can find somebody fun to watch. Thank you guys so much, everybody, for coming today to watch the tournament and for participating. Sorry about the Balance Council ruining everything, and also sorry about the Balance Council ruining the scheduling. I finished the game. Now what? Finish the story. Now exploring. Might take a 5-minute break. And when I come back, we'll play some Red Dead. Oh shit. I need to restart the game. I didn't have my controller hooked up. Alright, what are you guys talking about? You want a chair recommendation? Educated and rich guys in the chat. I don't want to talk to people like myself anymore. Oh, never mind. Can't help you there. Remember the chairs are super expensive, but you can buy a knockoff. Okay, if you're talking about chairs, buy this. Buy the steel case gesture. This is what I'm sitting on right now. Let me see if I can show you. This one. I had an Herman Miller Air, and I've sat for like 1,000 hours on each of them, and this one is superior in every way. Like, it doesn't hurt your thighs as much. It doesn't cut off circulation at the knees. They have cheaper ones too. I'm sitting on one right now. Ames aluminum. A lot of those chairs, like, because they have a name from a famous designer, they just like charge a premium for no reason. Okay, how's the game volume? Everything sound good? Oh shoot, we're still streaming on YouTube. I gotta go stop that. One moment. Thanks for watching, guys.